So I've had this way of life pretty much my whole life, but very much so in the last 20 years, where you're at a crossroads. And that happens to everybody. We're at crossroads constantly. We have to decide what to do next. And do you take the easy way or the safe way? Or do you take the way that's not so safe and maybe scary? And yeah, I just always say, which one makes a better story? If I survive this crossroads, which one would make a better story? And that's how I've lived my life for half my life, at least. And even when I met Unimpressed Jeff, never met him before in my life, talked to him on the phone for a few days. He picked me up at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night when I was half in the bag, and picked me up in a big black murderer van and took me to the middle of the country, which was Frostfields. So I'm not saying it was a bad place to be, but I just went, well, if this is it, it was a good story. Even if nobody would have known about it because I would have been dead. But I didn't die. That's a good thing. And I haven't died yet in all my story crossroads. So this part of my life, I'm at a crossroads. Either I can, go and just work all winter long and save up for like a really good van, and then come back from like British Columbia to Ontario and buy a van and drive it across the country with my mom's stuff like I'm doing. Or do I just buy a van and follow my heart and just go? And even though it might not be the best van, but it makes a better story. So if my story went right now, do I go back and take a flight to British Columbia, work for a few months, and get back to England at some point so I have enough money to buy my own van? Or do I do what I'm doing? To me, it's a better story. I'm buying a van. I've bought a van. And today is the day I'm going to show you that van. But I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on, because I've had friends say, if it was me, I would just put your head down and work. And it makes sense. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it's just not me. And it's just not what I do. And I just follow my heart. I've always done that. I've always followed my heart. But for the last 20 years or so, I just kept telling myself, well, what would make a better story if I survive this? And I've survived so far. I'm trying not to say so much. I say it's so much. But yeah, so are you guys ready to see what van I got? Start of Crossroads story.
Take my hand, you will understand. Take my hand, I'll be there for you.
Okay, I'm almost back to my aunt's house. So yeah, I bought a van. I bought a van, everybody. I literally was like we're gonna do an e-transfer, which is like money through an email that they do here in Canada, and they just don't do it in UK, and I don't know why. But I only had he goes, do you have any cash on you? I was like, I got like my emergency 100 that my aunt gave me at my dad's celebration of life. You know how you, anyways. So yeah, I got $100 in my phone wallet thing, and I was like, I have $100, and he's just like, all right, that'll do. He is going to drive it here because it's insured and plated under his name, so which is great because all the ones I've been looking for in my price range are all been sitting there for like 2 years, and it's not insured, they haven't driven it forever. And yeah, this one actually does drive and work and insured and plated, so he's going to drive it down here on Monday, and then we just have to drive him back. So anyways, that's my news. I am home now, so I'm gonna go tell them. And yeah, all right, yeah, I'll see you soon. Today is the day I pick up my van. Well, what's gonna happen is I gotta go to the bank and get the rest of the money, and then I gotta drive to Tweed, pay the guy, fill out the bill of sale, all that jazz, the ownership, and then he's gonna follow me back to my aunt's, and then I'm gonna drive him home, and then I get to come back finally to my van and play around with it. Here we go. So today is the day I'm gonna go pay for it and get it. Look at my bangs. I cut my bangs myself, as I always do, but this time it looks a little weird. I'm excited and I'm nervous. But anyway, so here we go. It's a beautiful day, at least for lots of driving. All right, so I've picked it up. It is actually behind me. The man that sold it to me is driving it. He's following me. Oh my God. This looks so beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. I bought a van and I'm going to show you right now what that van is. A lot of people have guessed, and it is the 1985 Dodge Ram Road Trek Versatile, and it's a conversion van, and his name is Falor. So he is going to be my elect dragon that I'm going to fly across Canada. And yeah, I even have a little Orin coming. My friend is 3D printing me an Orin. If you know the Neverending Story, you'll know what that is. So yeah, so new logo's coming soon. So this is Falor. He is my Dodge Ram, and he is going to take me to British Columbia. All right, so I got it. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to vacuum, take out these old carpets. Yeah, vacuum, wash everything down, and then contemplate taking all this stuff out, because I'll probably just get like an LP cool fridge and like a camping stove. So lots of bees around and hornets. I hate the hornets here. They're scary. Yeah, so day one, and I mean, it's cool, but it's like, you know, when you first see something, and sorry, I'm looking somewhere else and the camera's here. Yeah, so anyway, a lot of work. So day one, I vacuumed, and the fan won't start at all. And it was fine for the way here today. It was like an hour drive. That's what I get for buying an old one, but it's so cool looking, and it's the perfect size, and it's what I want, and it worked fine. When I went to look at it, it looked fine. It worked fine today when I came here, and now it just won't even do anything. It's not even trying to turn over. My uncle put the booster on it, thinking it might be the battery, but it's not doing anything. I wrote unimpressed Jeff, and he said he'll talk me through it tomorrow. But unfortunately, in England, it's 5 hours ahead right now, so it is bedtime over there. At least I just didn't get in it and drive to British Columbia. I have to do a bunch of stuff first, like fixing walls and whatnot later, but the first thing to do is get it safetied and certified and make sure it works. And if it doesn't, and it just starts, but it's too much work, I'm just going to sell it back as is, because the price was really good. It's probably why the price was really good. But anyway. What did you do?
Tap the starter.
Tapped the starter.
Yeah.
My friend told me to do that, but I didn't know where the starter was. It's alive. It's dead. It's alive. It's dead. Are you doing that? Okay, good. I'm on my way just to go see what I need to do from Service Ontario. Because I'm not registering it in Ontario, my driver's license is a British Columbia driver's license now, but I bought the van in Ontario, which is like way far away on the other side of the country. And unlike England, where you just buy insurance for like all the country, you need to do everything like provincial here, And so now I'm like trying to get a hold of someone to give me insurance. So yeah, I didn't think it would be so tricky. And then you don't even need a safety. You get like this, it's like this 10-day temporary thing, but I don't want to just take 10 days. I still need to go get the stuff from storage. I still need to go and visit my sister. And like, I didn't really want a time limit on that. And I'm allowed to do, I guess, 2 10-day things in a year. So technically I have 20 days that I can get to British Columbia. I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's just, oh, it's my bangs. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go and find out what exactly I have to do. There's no point getting it safetied here because I'm gonna spend $300 getting it safetied, which is like the MOT, and I have to redo the whole thing again in British Columbia. So technically you could just drive it as is all the way across the country, and then you get it inspected, it's called, in British Columbia, and then you can do all the work that needs to be done on it. But I am going to get it, like the brakes done. The horn doesn't work, and the gas gauge doesn't work, and the electrics have been cut out. Looks like the inverter has been cut out, the inverter and the power box. So I have no mains electricity. The propane does work, but like flames came out at the underneath. So I think I'm going to tap it off and put a brand new propane tank on the inside with a splitter from the fridge to the stove, because it is a 3-in-1 fridge. So what I'm doing right now is I'm really looking for like EcoFlow or like a Bluetti, some kind of power bank. A cigarette lighter, the 12 volt, doesn't work, so we're hoping it's just a fuse. So a lot of things don't work, but it drives really nice, and I'm hoping it. We're taking it in next week, so I'll probably show you next week about what happens with that.